So as discussed, we are going to write two simple method. One method is giving me the even number. One method is giving me to the odd number, right? So
Right.
let's write. So here I am written one method static void and odd number. Okay, odd number, and just receive the number uh, from the return odd number. So we have multiple approach to write, like manually for loop, while loop, and a stream API, right?
Right.
So let's do the simple using the stream API, right? Just explore the whatever you want to experience, right? So here we have
Right.
multiple options. You can do manually for loop, right? Or
Yeah.
you can do uh,
Stream.
can can do using for loop, can do using while loop. Okay? These are the familiarly can do with the stream API. Okay? Okay? So whatever you are practicing, same thing you're going to familiar. So let's go with the stream API. I want all this method is print all the prime number, sorry, all the odd number between 1 to n, right? Here. So let's int stream. Okay, already know int stream, and we have function range 1 to n number, when number word for, right?
Right.
And here what I'm just say, whatever the number dot, we have to filter them which are the not prime, right? Not odd number, right?
Right.
So filter them, filter. Whatever the I receive the number, those number, how to decide the particular odd number or even number? That means ki the number
Divisible by 2. Yeah.
divisible by 2 not equal to 0, right?
Right.
So not equal to 0, that is odd number. And after that I'm say just as of now just printing, right? For each
Right.
whatever the number I have, simply say sout dot println, okay, and print the number odd number colon plus I, and just print which threads are okay printed by.
Uh, in stream is a part of stream.
Yes, it is a part of stream API. uh
Uh, yeah, I don't think we have made more practice on that, but
yeah,
only
so I'm
stream.
writing this, okay. Multiple times I read it, but let's printed by, just I'm writing the thread name, which threads are printing them, right? Okay.
Mm,
So here I'm say simple one method I written. Okay. So let's
right.
test. How to test from the main method? I say, hey, our time passed, let's get 20. So whenever I call this method from main methods and run it, okay.
Right.
So you notice we are able to print uh, all these odd number and printed by only one thread main, right?
Right.
Main, good option. So let's similarly do for one even number, one code for your even number, right?
Even number. Yeah. Yeah.
Even number. So even number just equal to, right?
Zero.
Equal to
Double
0.
equal to. Yeah. Yeah.
Even. And let's call them even number, and let's 20. Okay. Here say out, say main started. Okay. Plus thread name. So main started, main done. Okay.
Right.
And just here say demarcation. Okay. So in this way, we are able to run. So by default, this code is run by main thread. Notice all the things done by only main thread, main thread are all the done by main thread only, right?
That's right.
So let's
Yeah.
say I want this work, odd number is done by the thread different, this is done by different thread. This is the my objective, right? Because now we have a two work. One work is the printing all number. One work is the printing odd number, even number. So now we have a two work. One task printing the odd number, one task we are printing to even number. So currently, by default, Java is a single threaded application. So whatever you are writing in, I'm calling from main method this, main method this. So both are work done by sequentially in one thread. First, our main started going to the odd number, printing all odd number. Once done, again go back here, again is starting to the even number, all printing done, then go to the back and say main is done, right? This is the single threads of execution. Till now, any confusion?
Yeah, no, good.
So now let's here I am going to know. I decided hey, this work must be done by the different thread, and this work must be done by different thread, right? Why one thread? I'm going to adding burden on my main thread, right?
Right,
So main thread is one person. Mean one person currently doing this work, then go here. Here they going to this work complete, come back again, doing this work, again going to this work, and again doing this work, again come back here, and again doing this work, right? This is the one work done by only one person. One person means one thread. One thread means here main thread, right? So as we already know how to write this code in a multi-threaded environments. So let's do. So here say how to know. Yesterday I already say there are multiple way to start thread. So let's use the thread class, right? Say hey, I'm say ki thread class thread one equal to new thread. Okay, new thread. Okay, thread one dot start, right?
right,
So question is that this would be called by whenever I run, how my thread is to know. So I say it simply you call not from here. Hey, say this is done by here my simple colon your odd number, right?
right.
So here, but question is that here we have to let's just don't I'll just pass the 20 as of now, right? I'll say why because thread required thread syntax required no input and no output, right?
Right,
So currently, later part, we are going to understand how our thread can return value. Why I am writing this? Because if you notice, thread class is implemented by your runnable interface, right? Yesterday say runnable interface. Runnable interface syntax, no input and void, right? So
right,
such kind
right,
of method we can call to the thread class. If this rule follow, then you can call the thread. But similarly, like now our this method follow the same rule, void and no input. So I can call here, hey, simple dot odd number. Yeah, even
right,
odd number, right? So now this code is same methods now going to call by different thread. And let's do similarly for here the thread 2. Th thread 2 equal to new thread and say thread 2 dot semicolon thread 2 dot start here pass sample dot even number. So now what I did here, I say started this odd number in the separate thread. Means ki now we are going to request main thread say main is the main threads going to say hey new threads can go do this work and after this hey you go this work, right? And here just they request to os after requesting they are not waiting whatever doing here, just main threads just here say I'm did my work, I requested start new thread and again come directly here. They are not waiting you have done your work or not work done. That's your responsibility because here I started new thread, right? For this
right,
method. And similarly here say hey again the different thread go start and do your work, right? And I'm doing. So notice first main this done, and after that they are this done, and quickly main is going to done. So notice here I just now look the run output here. So notice main started here and main finally done here, right? Means ki
Right.
it is doing all the first doing all the odd number, then doing even number, then doing means ki main continues doing all work, right? So now I'm going to start multi-threading. That means main just do here and they're going to done by the different thread. So just after this line, I can get this line because they're not waiting. This thread is done or not done, right?
Right.
Because just new threads, new person come to work, right? Similarly. So now let's run an object, observe the output. Ki what is the main behavior? Main will going to this line, and after that quickly this line, and after that main done. But still after that we are getting some output, maybe thread 1 or maybe thread 2,
Right.
because
Right. Okay. Okay.
whatever the threads are doing his work. So this is the let's run and look the output. So notice here main started, main middle, and main done. So notice your main thread first doing this and it started new thread, and again maybe uh, uh, this line, row notice, and after that quickly this one, right? That is main program is main thread is completed his job. Notice here, but these two people, two threads, still they are pending to do work. So notice here, after that I am getting, hey, even number print by thread 1. But notice after that, odd number also get a chance, right? So here, how the output, first your main thread, right? This is the main thread, and this is your thread 1 for your even number thread, and thread 1, thread 2 for your odd number. Okay. Main have a some work like 1 line, 2 line, 3 line print, and they have a print 20 line. They have a print 20 line work, right? But currently the our console is the only one output, right? They have not multiple place to write. All are
Right.
going to get in the same output, right? So here main get a chance, main print. Then start request thread started, right? Again main print the new line. Again started new thread, right? And again main print. So finally main is done our output. But these two person is still alive, right? These two. So once this get a chance to print, they are printing his data, right? This is the even number. Two times they will get a chance. The two output come from the thread 1, right? Then this thread get a chance. Hey, thread, notice thread 0 get a chance and print odd number, right? Then even number, then odd number, then even number, then odd number. Notice both are done with different thread, right?
Right.
Sometimes this get a chance, sometimes this get a chance, sometimes this get a chance, sometimes this get a chance. So in this way, you are dividing your work is done by different thread. So notice here key work is done by different. Note last here this thread odd number is getting the charge 4 times, and here even number getting a thread 1 is a 3 times. Sometime 1 time, 2 time. Right here, this is the thread name means ki the which are doing work, right? So is any confusion with this output?
So thread one is running,
Even
then
number.
thread two, sorry, thread zero, then again thread one. Like, is it uh, randomly happening or?
Yeah, I say ki the output of thread classes depend upon your OS, right? Because our JVM just requesting to operating system get a chance to run, right?
Right.
And after, if you have a two thread, sometime you get a chance and you come back, and again thread different get a chance, different run. Again get a chance, different run, right? So due to
Okay.
that, we are
Okay.
getting a different number of thread getting a work, right?
Right. 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 Okay. Okay. I
Because
understand.
now we
So,
have previously without only by one thread, main thread. The main thread get a chance, a main only doing work. There is no any other option, right? So all the
right.
done by sequentially, right? But now we have a main as well as two more thread, right? So all thread get
Right.
a opportunity to run. because this is also ready to run. He's also ready to run. So surely the operating system gives some fairness, gives chance to you as well as gives chance to you as well as, right? So he is printing own number, he is printing our own number, right?
Right.
So the, so so the multi-threading is no complex. Whatever our business logic, notice the only change the way you are executing, right? This is the we have started two thread here. I'm not doing any changing my business logic. Business logic is just same printing odd number and even number, right? So multi-threadings are not going to interfere anything on your business logics. Okay, just the way you are executing, they are going to the change,
I
right?
see. So you're just running two things same time. Like,
Yeah, you are right. You can say concurrent. Sometime one thread because currently we have only one CPU. So maybe used by this one, maybe this by this one, right? So we have
mm,
started three people to work on the same thing, right? So here people say our threads say the same thing, right? The 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 line, this is the line print by who? That is the thread here. In the real life, anything work by the particular person or people, right? Similarly, in the computer system, any statement, any line executed by the someone. Someone means thread,
right,
right? So is it clear? So in
right.
this
Yeah,
output, I observe our main is completed before these two threads, right? Go here, main is completed before these two threads, right? I want at least main wait for at least two thread must be completed, right? Then I'm going to say done. Sometime requirement, right?
right,
So let's how to do. So here we have to inform main, hey main, you just wait for these two threads. Once these two threads done, then you go and complete. Done, right?
right,
Sometime or might be our need, right? I don't want our main should be completed and after that again I'm getting some output, right?
right,
So for that we have to use again thread API given some method for waiting. Hey current thread, can you wait? So how to say this is the new API we're going to understand. API means method. Just the different terminology I'm going to use like not saying method, sometimes say API. I'm going to use the new methods of thread class. So let's thread class have a method here dot join and thread to also join. Join means now this code is executed by your main thread, right? This all the things written inside the main is run by your main thread, right? Because main method, whatever line written is done by your main thread. So here you are trying to say, hey main thread, join means ki wait till until this thread one not completed. And after that here say, wait until thread 2 is not completed. And thus both are done, then you can say main done, right? Is it clear what is the join method means? Join
so
method say the
join means
wait
the
for this thread to terminate or completed. Join is a
uh,
method which say, hey main thread or current thread, just wait for thread 1. Once this thread 1 complete, then they return, hey, I'm done. Right? So let's here say out thread 1 completed. Thread 1 completed. Okay? And after that say, hey, now thread 2 completed. And after that say main done, right? Main completed. Right? So
right,
notice these two methods throw some exception. Notice here they are throwing exception. There were two options, right? Try catch, handle exception, or add to the signature. So let I'm going to add here, right? So notice compiler go here, add exception. So whenever you calling thread dot join method, they throw interrupted exception, right? So you have to handle them. Already we know some methods, if you notice this is the this method throw interrupted exception. So this is the catched exception, compile time exception, compiler no, this method is throwing exception, then you have to handle them. So we have a two option, right? Try catch or add at a throws method, right? So I'm preferring this way, right? So notice whenever I run this code, our here say thread one is started. Here say thread one is started, right? And here say let's thread two is started, right? Started by, right? So notice here what I did. I first thread one is started, thread two started. After that, I'm going to wait of thread one, right? Here say let's write here. Waiting of thread one to complete is to complete. Okay, right? So similarly here you can also write thread two. Okay.
Right.
So let's I first I'm not going to write. Just I commented out one code. Okay. So here say only thread one we are waiting. Once thread one done, then main going to done. Notice before output, main is done bef- without waiting thread one, thread two, right? Main is done,
Right.
right? So let's run. Now we are going to use the join method. Join method say, hey current thread means ki whatever this code is run by your by main thread, right? Current thread means
Right.
by. So this method say, hey current thread, please wait for thread one. Once thread one is done, completed, then you can say, hey, you can continue. So this line is a blocking. So here main thread going to wait. First line going to there. After that, this line is not executed. They are waiting until this thread is not done. Okay, and even you can say waiting and let's run and check the output right first. Then I give the let's run. So notice here main started, thread one started, thread two started. Now waiting of thread one to complete, right? And notice now here thread is going to run. Thread is going to run, thread is going to run, thread 1 is completed, then main complete, right? So here notice both threads are running, thread 0, thread 2, thread 1, all right? So
Right.
now main is completed once your thread is 1 done, right? Thread 1 done, then you are going to say completed. So this is the way you can somehow to control them, right? So
Right.
let's give the output here. Now in this case, we are going to the chain. First thread 1 complete, then also we have to wait thread 2, right?
Right.
So in this way, we have to use join method to wait our main thread before completion of main. So let's run it and observe the output. So notice here, first your main started, thread 1 started by main, thread 2 started by main, and waiting for the thread 1. So notice thread 1 going to do something, thread 2 going to do something. Once done, then say thread 1 is done, waiting again. After that, thread 2 completed, then main completed. So this is the way sometime we need to wait for thread someone completed, right?
Right.
So question is that how we know if thread one is running or not running, right? Or waited when we know. So for this we have a method like thread one dot is alive, right? Is alive method tell us true or false. Is thread still going on or not going on, right? So here say dot s out. So dot s out. So this is the method. Sometime you want is this method is alive is a method which say thread is live or not, right? So this method sometime you can use if something thread one or not. What is this method help us? Notice here is true, and let's after that I can run here, right? Okay, here also and here as well as.
Is alive means to check
They return
if
true or false. Check the thread one is still alive means they are doing something or not doing something, right? because I don't know ki what the code written here. Maybe here 20, maybe 200 written. They take a time, right? So let's do. So this method just check the status of your health. Notice here. So this is the both threads alive and we are waiting and both thread doing work, doing work, doing work. Here say again, both threads are false, right? And then say false and done, right? So this method false means now this thread is completed his job, right? A true means still they are still working. Thread one is still working. Thread one what doing? Thread one is doing odd number. So might be here you can apply some delay or waiting. So currently notice they are quickly running the my work, right? Quickly you are getting response, right? What happened? One thread is doing very slow work, right? One thread is doing very fast work, might be case, right? So in this case, you are getting a different output. So let's here do in this thread, I am going to make little bit wait, right? So we have API, we can do some waiting. Let's here say before printing them. So whenever you are going to write two line in the lambda expression, we have to use the curly brace, right? So there is an option. Sometime I want whoever running this my code just one sprint and might be it will take some time here. Maybe here I'm calling remote call, a database call, or file system. That means our thread is waiting, right? So there is a method like a thread dot wait, uh, current thread dot wait. And I am going to wait a sleep is one method also. I'll discuss wait and sleep method later, but let's go the simple thread dot sleep. Okay, a sleep method like a duration, how many times we are going to delay. So let's hear duration of millisecond. Let's see, uh, 20 or maybe second instead of millisecond, we have the method second. Okay, let's wait of the 3 seconds, right? So each 3 seconds they are waiting, right? Notice try catch also take a exception, though you have to handle exception, right? So here I am saying, so here say just wait for the millisecond times. Even I can say write and write in a separate method, right? So here say static sleep, sleep, okay, and int here say return void. Okay, just I want to sleep method and sleep method. What the duration take method take as a input? What they are taking long. Okay, so just take as a long here, long the time. What the time number of here say t. T can be anything. So this sleep method I am going to call here. Say sample dot sleep. Okay, a sleep for the let's wait for the 3 seconds. So this thread is going to wait for 3 seconds. Notice now this thread, whatever thread is going to doing work very late. This is not doing any. It will quickly complete the job, but it will take some time, right? Manually, I
Right.
say intervene ki hey thread, you do one and wait for the 30 seconds. Then wait, right? Just let's print first time here, print and then wait for sleep for 3 seconds, right? I say. Now notice our thread is one is this odd number thread is taking some time, right? And even is quickly doing because there is no wait, right? And let's run it and look the output. So notice here still some thread is taking some time. Notice still output going on slow. So here you notice we are each time thread will take some time, right? Notice here it will taking some time. And even I can write here, let it stop, and here say wait, writing some message. I am waiting right here. Here say I am waiting, right? A
Right.
current thread is waiting thread. uh, wait, waiting thread, waiting thread name. Okay, this thread name is waiting, right? This thread name is waiting, and here I'm, let's say, don't, here don't, just I'm stopping here, join 2. I'm not waiting for thread 2. Okay, thread 2, let them complete job first. And because thread 2 is the for even number, thread 1 for the odd number, and odd number I have a written code to wait, right? The odd number thread is going to wait, right? So let's run. So there are a permutation combination is, I'm, yeah, hey, notice even number thread is completed first, right? All number, notice, and odd number slowly going to print, right? Waiting thread, right? So here notice all the thing is completed by main, even number is done our job work, right? But odd number is still doing slowly work, right? Notice it
Right.
here, in this way, in this way. Once odd done, then main say done, because main is also waiting, because you say here I am waiting for the thread to complete, right? Now notice main is done. So in this way, sometime our thread output will be the very depend upon the processing time. What the business logic written here, right?
Correct.
So is it clear? So
Yeah.
these multiple way. Slowly we are going to condense it. What we done today, we have a two method, odd number and even number. I am not going to say hey main method do. I am say hey thread one do, thread two do. And surely I am not going to done until both are completed. So I say join method. I say joining. Join method is say, hey current thread, whatever the line this is executing, current thread, wait for thread 2 until thread 2 is not completed. Don't go here.
Right.
At this function, each alive just check health. The particular thread is still going on or not going on. So might be, let's check the output here. Thread 1 and thread 2. Okay, here and okay here, and just give the first time both are true here, and again say here before going to main date, right? So here I'm not waiting for thread 2. So thread 2 is free to complete its job, but I'm waiting to only for thread 1, right? And let's run. So notice here one thread is completed its job, right? And another thread is still going on. So notice here, both are true, and in this way, same output, slowly you are getting 2, 3, 7, 9, 12, 13. Even number is 20. 20 come, then thread is completed, right?
Right.
20, after that, done, right? So in this way, you can complete your work, right? So sometime, because here we have to generate some kind of situation where our thread will take some time, right?
Right.
But in the real life, this is not a simple odd number. Maybe here you're calling the database, or maybe web service call, maybe third party call, maybe microservice call, right? Anything can happen in business
Right.
logic, right? So
Right.
might be case it will take some time, maybe some random number time, some 3 times, some 1 second. You can say generate random number here as well, right?
Right.
The today we have to look the three method. One method sleep, thread dot sleep. It's just is the mechanism for the developer. I want wait some period of time, right? So we are using the sleep method, and this is the method which oh the join method say, hey the current thread, whatever the current thread, maybe main thread, any current thread just waiting thread to completion. Until thread 2 is not completed, this line not going to print, right? Is it clear?
Yeah.
And clear, thread 1 is started. So this is the sufficient, and one method with this understand is alive method just tell me the status of your current thread. Current thread is what? Current thread is true or false. True means is thread 1 is still going on. False means this thread is completed his job, right?
Right. It's a boolean.
As a boolean, they notice this method, they return the boolean. Boolean true or false, right? True means still thread working. False means thread is completed his job. Notice here,
Right.
thread is alive. That means they return the something true. True is thread is alive. False means not alive, right?
Right.
These three, four methods we understand about the thread class. Starting thread is very simple, and now we have to understand how to waiting for thread to complete
Right.
and how to pause our execution. Here we wait a pause our execution. We have to call the sleep method, right?
Right.
So let's practice. This is the example of your multi-threading code, right?
It's a good example.
Yeah. So here for business case, even number, odd number, here logic can be anything, right? Maybe interest calculation, payment doing, whatever the
It
things
could be
business
anything.
logic
Yeah.
have, right?
Hmm.
Not only two, maybe you have a 10 job, 10 thread you can start, right? Depend upon the situation, right? But this is the example of the
Right.
how to use the multi-threading in your application. Why we are using? If I'm not using these things, all the activity done by only my main thread by default, right? So main
Right.
thread have a lots of load, right? So we can reduce the load by introducing multiple thread, right?
Right. Right.
Let's practice. If any doubt, confusion, we can connect, right?
Sure. Thank you.
It's good for the day. Anything, any doubt here?
Yeah. No. I understood.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank
Can I
you.
start?
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.